Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you had a good break last week, or you didn't have a break, you're catching up on the assignments that you have due in any of your other classes. I want to start this week with a little story about something that happened to me a few years back when I was teaching the evening communications class here in Barrie. I was starting some new students, 4 or 5 new students that were joining my class of about 15. It was a fairly big class, busy class, and halfway through my orientation for the new students, one of the young guys there asked if he could borrow a pencil, and I said, "Yeah, sure, you can have a pencil, pen, whatever, no problem. Let's just get through this orientation and then we'll get you a pencil. No big deal." So we continued through the orientation, sent everybody back to their seats, was fielding a few questions, and then one question led into another, and then I ended up with, pretty much a lineup of people wanting to talk to me at my desk, and it was really, really busy night, just going from one student to the next, and I looked over and noticed that this student had left. I figured he'd gone to the bathroom. His books were still there on the table. And then 10 minutes went by and he hadn't come back. 15 minutes went by, and I started wondering what had happened to this guy. So I went for a bit of a walk down the hallway, had a bit of a look around for him, and he was nowhere to be seen. And he never came back. He never came back to class. He never came back to our program. We never heard from him again. And it took me a while to figure it out, but as I was leaving class that night, I remembered I didn't give him a pencil. And he must have sat there for about half an hour. And then when I didn't give him a pencil, he decided, well, what else can I do? This teacher's useless. He can't even give me a pencil. I'm out of here. And he left and he never came back. We never saw him again. And I think that story really illustrates somebody who wasn't taking responsibility for their learning. And that's what this week's module is all about, responsibility for self. And the fact that it's up to you to make things happen. It's not up to your parents, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your friends, your teachers. If you want to make this work, only you are going to be that person that makes it work. If you're looking to blame a teacher for not giving you a pencil, then it's not the teacher's fault. That's on you. And I'm sure that nobody in this group is going to be as extreme as that student that I've just described, but all of us at times try and blame other people for our failures, or try and blame situations for the reasons why we're not being successful. And what I really want you to start thinking about in this module is how you are going to take complete responsibility for your learning and for your success. And what is it that you are going to do to be responsible and to be successful? What are the specific actions that you are going to take to ensure that you are successful? And when you start looking for excuses or blaming outside factors, how are you going to check yourself and remind yourself that you have the power? You have the power to overcome these obstacles. Everybody's going to come up against these obstacles. The people that succeed are the people that find a way around it. As your assignment this week, you are going to write a mission statement, a framework, an overview of how you plan to be successful in upgrading and whatever your future goals may be. What is your plan for success? And what is your plan for when things get hard? We have a few other activities for you to work through here, some about active learning, and how it's really important for you to be as actively engaged in your learning as possible. Far too often students show up to class expecting to be passive, expecting the information to be passed on to them, expecting a teacher to give them a pencil and paper, and all they have to do is sit up, is show up, and they're going to get all of this knowledge. It doesn't work like that. You physically have to be active and seek out that knowledge and put it in your brain. It's not just going to get there through the process of osmosis. So I hope you enjoy this module. I think it's very important, and I think it sets the tone for the rest of the course. If you would like to chat, if you have any questions about anything, please don't hesitate to email or call me. My extension is 5260. I'd love to chat. In the meantime, good luck, and I'll talk to you next week.